register your child for golf camp, go online and click the registration tab at anchorgolfcenter.com. Anchor now has 4 dedicated outdoor lighted pickleball courts. Call to reserve your court today. Check out Anchor's 18-hole miniature golf course with new features. It's fun for the whole family. Anchor Golf and Recreation offers so much more. Call or see us at anchorgolfcenter.com.
Open Road Cadillac has new vehicles in stock, perfect for any family. Browse our used vehicle inventory, expertly inspected and ready for new drivers. Shop online now at morristowncadillac.com.
Okay, remember the deal. 4 lines on Verizon, $25 each.
And iPhone 16 Pro.
We all get one. It's not on us, it is on them.
I'm going in. Hi, we're here for the
unlimited plan, $25 a line.
Yeah, and
iPhone 16 Pro, one for each of you.
Yeah, but it's
on us. We got you.
Right now, every family gets our best price, $25 a line and iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence. Get 4 on us, only on Verizon.
that was actually easier than we thought.
We offer installation of siding, vinyl, and composite. We also do replacement windows, doors, roofs, decks, attic insulation, and e-shield.
David A. Santini, CPA, LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. Peace, love, and taxes.
Let's do this.
I'm going in. Hi, we're here for
the unlimited plan, $25 a line.
But it comes with
iPhone 16 Pro, one for each of you.
Right now, get $25 a line for the whole family and iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence. Get 4 on us, only on Verizon.
Go ahead, take a deep breath. Oh, nice, huh? That's some clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature.
That is good. Who installed the system?
ICS. They're the leaders in HVAC. They make the ductwork at their own factory, so we even save some money.
That's impressive. You recommend them?
It's ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Hey, Lorraine, go get a big plastic bag. Take some air home with you.
We are a family-owned business that provides customized apparel, uniforms, fanwear, banners, marketing material, and accessories for sports teams, businesses, and events. TeamOrders.net provides high-quality products, fastest turnaround times, great prices, and unmatched service to our customers large and small.
Provide your team or athlete with quality trophies, medals, plaques, and awards with Performance Trophy and Medals of Randolph. Call us today at 973-989-8775.
Athletic Fields of America in Montville, New Jersey has become an industry leader in synthetic turf. Serving the greater New York, New Jersey, and eastern PA regions, we have delivered hundreds of both synthetic turf and natural grass sports fields for youth and recreational levels, all the way up to the highest standards and requirements of the NCAA. Our goal with every project is to provide our customers with exceptional workmanship, extraordinary service, and professional integrity, while constructing a superior product that you can enjoy for years to come. Visit www.afoa.us.
For years, it had been the same routine, working all night. Ah, those beautiful faces. I wanted more, for me, for them, for our futures. There was this day that something changed, a simple moment of dress-up. It opened my eyes.
Take charge of your future and go big at CCM.
If you live in Andover, Blairstown, Byram, Frankfurt, Franklin, Frieden, Frelinghuysen, Greene, Hampton, Hardwick, Hope, Knowlton, Lafayette, Newton, Sparta, Stillwater, Sussex, and Wantage, Planet Networks is building high-speed fiber in your neighborhood. Visit getplanetfiber.com today to learn more.
Einhorn Barbarito, Frost Botwinick, Nunn and Musmano is a full-service law firm guiding you through divorce, estate planning, personal injury, criminal defense, and other life-changing events. To learn more, visit us at einhornlawyers.com. Einhorn Barbarito, with you every step of the way.
Montella cuts back up the middle, and he's over 1,000 yards, and he's off to the races.
Up in the air, blocked down!
Dumping in, wide open net. Too easy right there.
Holly Chapman, she'll take off from the wing. That one's good.
Webb trying to get the pin.
Here we go.
And it got it! That would win it for Warren Hill.
Great senior night ceremony here at Lenby Valley High School.
A 63 save performance by Casey Connor, the Crimson.
Can he break his record? Penty Edwards wins it.
First game of your conference schedule.
So good, and we're all so pumped and just happy to
Lineups ahead tonight on Moore Sussex.
It's a Monday night in April under the lights on the turf. Of course, that means it's time for some football. What'd you think I was going to say? It's a big Central Conference girls football, flag football matchup between the Manville Mustangs at 0-1 and the South Hunterdon Eagles playing their first game of the season. Good evening, folks, from Ned Panfile Stadium at Manville High School and inside the Iron Peak broadcast booth. I'm Ryan Sudol. Thank you so much for joining us. We'd like to thank the following sponsors for helping us bring the action to you. The Janet Fund, committed to raising awareness of sudden cardiac arrest in youth and to do random acts of kindness for those in need. The Janet Fund passed Janet's Law in 2012. Janet's Law requires AEDs in all New Jersey schools. Since that, 30 lives have been saved. To learn more about the Janet Fund and their mission, please visit thejanetfund.org. And folks, we'd like to thank you for joining us for this broadcast. And if you want to book your game with Big State Sports and have a broadcast like this one, email Sue, S-U-E, at bigstatesports.com. And if you like this broadcast, please subscribe to Big State Sports on YouTube and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another one of our broadcasts. Well, tonight here in Manville, both of these teams looking to pick up a big win. For the Eagles, it would be their first win in 2 years after an 0-5 campaign in 2024. They're in their fourth season as a program, all under head coach Toby Jeffries, and this is the first game they've ever played against a fellow Group 1 school and a team that they play in other sports. Because of this, many on the team say that this is the game that they had circled on their calendars. Now, for Manville, they're coming off a 27-0 loss against Watchung Hills on Wednesday in their first game of the year and as a program. So a win here would mark the first victory in Mustangs flag history, something they hope to carry on for years and years. They're coached by former youth football coach Jim Zielinski, who has returned to coaching after 13 years of being just a teacher here at the high school. Coming into the year, like other first-year flag teams, many Mustangs couldn't tell a pitch from a business proposal, but now they're talking in the huddle about running the slant, closing the gaps, and faking the sweep. Coach Zielinski, who at any 6 a.m. practice has 20-plus kids attend, feels like, in his words, a proud papa. To bring home that first win, Zielinski says it all comes down to putting that first loss behind them, focusing on fundamentals, and the rest will follow. Similar mantra coming from Jeffries on the other side: go out, compete, have fun, and the cards will fall as they may. Let's look at some of the key players for both sides here, starting with Manville. Addie Carvajal had 23 rushing yards in that game on Wednesday against Watchung Hills. She also had 9 receiving yards. She leads the team in all-purpose yards with those metrics. She is normally a quarterback and a defensive back, and we'll get into a moment that created even more of a proud dad type of feeling from Coach Zielinski later on. Additionally, Kaylin Froston, one of the 2 quarterbacks that they have, 2 for 9 for 14 passing yards in that game. On defense, Jade Jada Jet Mewman had 4 tackles and the lone interception for the Mustangs in that game against Watchung Hills. Sets the corner very well, one of the captains on the team. And she actually took quarterback reps at the start of the season, but ended up wanting to go on defense instead. Michaela Mora, 17 rushing yards and 8 receiving yards, second on the team in all-purpose yards. He also had 4 tackles against Watchung Hills. Hustles very well, is elusive and aggressive. Also plays soccer in the fall, and that's how she understands the point of defense, is playing soccer, which is what a lot of these girls on the team do during the fall season. Adriana Gorbatuk had 11 rushing yards in that game, as well as a 9-yard pass on a gadget play. She's normally at wide receiver and defensive back. Great on defense, locks it down very well, and also runs the ball very well. One of the kids we can count on, says Coach Zielinski. And now let's move on to South Hunterdon here. Their 3 top players returning from last year are Lucy Spreen, Katie Fleming, and Julia Stoff. Let's start with Lucy Spreen. She was all BCC last year, her 3rd year on the team. She's got very quick feet, plays soccer and basketball, where she is the 3rd leading scorer. Coach Joby Jeffries is looking for her to be their best running back this year. Julia Stoff is a senior in her 3rd year on the team, plays field hockey and basketball. Katie Fleming is a quarterback, wide receiver, and safety. Also, Julia Stoff is a wide receiver linebacker. Going to Katie Fleming, she's a quarterback, wide receiver, and safety, standing at 6'1". She is the only 4-year player for Coach Jeffries. She also plays basketball, over 1,500 points on the career, joining her mom Tuesday in the 1,000-point club at South Hunterdon. She had 1248. She's also committed to Moravian to play basketball further. Coach says that she knows that he can communicate any play call to her, and the same goes with Spreen and Stoff, but especially with Katie Fleming. And at safety as well, she's good at reading plays and just getting to the ball. So those are your key players to watch for in this game here tonight in Manville. It was a rainy day to start out, but right now it is cloudy and 42 degrees. And this game time and temperature is brought to you by ICS, keeping you cool when it's hot and warm when it's cold. Go to ICSHVAC.com for all your comfort needs. Now the captains for each team being called to midfield here for discussion with the officials and what will eventually become the coin toss for this game. Now there's no kickoffs in this game. It'll be a designated start at the 20-yard line of each team. It's an 80-yard field. Kind of a weird configuration if you look at it right now, but the end zone for the left side of the field here is from the 20-yard line to the 10-yard line, and then on the opposite side, it starts at the goal line and goes right through the back of the end zone. The reason being is that the athletic director wanted to give at least one team throughout the course of the game a chance to go into the end zone. That's very cool right there. Now the captains for Manville heading out to midfield. As for timing, 2 24-minute halves, running clock all the way until the final minute. There's also a 2-minute warning, but during that final minute, it'll be regular football timing rules. Clock stops for penalties, scores, incompletions, and so on and so forth. And there is a clause that if there is a 19-point lead within 6 minutes remaining in the game, both teams can agree to stop the game. However, that was not the case last week, of course, with the 27-0 result, and I don't believe that will be happening today because both of these teams are just happy to be out playing, especially South Hunterdon, who had both of their games that were scheduled for last week canceled and or postponed. The game that was supposed to be last Sunday against Ridge was canceled outright due to a lack of numbers for the Eagles. And their game against, let's see here, the game here against North Plainfield, was rained out the next day and postponed and rescheduled for the 9th of May. And it will be Manville starting with the ball here. Flag football in one of its pilot years for the state of New Jersey, expected to become a varsity sport in 2027. Until that point, the game is being sanctioned by each individual football conference in the state. Of course, it's the Big Central Conference. Super Football Conference, of course, has it as well. Final games will be played in MetLife Stadium for the Super Football Conference, and both of these teams' uniforms provided by the New York Jets and sponsored by them as well. So good job on the New York Jets organization for being steadfast on this growing sport here in the state of New Jersey. So here we go. First down and 20. 20 yards for a first down in this game here. And at quarterback here is Kaylin Froston for Manville. And snapping it will be Maria Riquelme Coronel. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff there to Adriana Gorbatuk, and it's going to be tossed to Adi Carvajal. And she's going to be stopped near what is the 50-yard line. It's going to be about a 9-yard gain there before she got the flag pulled. Now, Adi Carvajal, as we said earlier, the top running back in that game against Watchung Hills, and didn't know much about football a month ago, but last week she asked Coach during the game who's running a drag on this play. Keep in mind, they didn't know, a lot of the girls did not know much about football at all, so to hear her ask that question and be inquisitive, quote, gave him goosebumps. So that's pretty cool. Second down and 11 here, and it's going to be a run play here for Kaylin Froston, and she's going to get about 4 coming to this side. I believe the flag was eventually pulled by Maggie Woodside, one of the many freshmen for South Hunterdon. And that brings up third down. Got to get to the 40 to pick up the first. So the ball is spotted at the opposite 48-yard line. And they're going to need 8 yards to pick up the first. If not, they can't elect to punt. We'll see what Coach Zielinski decides to do. In motion goes Gorbatuk, and a little trouble on the exchange, and that's going to count as an incomplete pass. Actually, it's going to count as lost yardage, so it's going to be brought back to midfield. And it is now fourth down. Fourth down and 11, and they elect to keep the offense out on the field. Froston looking to throw for the first time today. Under pressure, going to take off and run, and the flag was pulled before she could get even close to the first down markers by Vienna Spagnoli, the nose guard for South Hunterdon. That's a turnover on downs, and we'll see South Hunterdon's offense hit the field for the first time today. And the flag was pulled at the 50-yard line. And that is where they will begin. It's going to be a handoff there. That's going to be number 17 for South Hunterdon, taking the ball on the far side of the field and took a bump.
All right, the local crew joining you up here with the professional crew in the booth.
Thank you, Mr. PA announcer. I appreciate it.
I've got my crew here, Heisha Les Louisa, Aiden Potts on the stats, and Anthony Monge for color commentary.
Oh, I think he was referring to the statisticians when saying the professional crew. I get it, though. Second down for South. Oh, you were? Okay, good. South Hunterdon second down here. Katie Fleming, the 6'1" SAR, is going to take this one. And flag was pulled just before the 35-yard line. And the ball is going to be placed at the 37.
Bro, you said that for shit, though. I'm not value sacks. I'm not value sacks.
And
no. Where did you find Cody? Where did you find Cody? What? You said that was Cody.
referees, little confusion here over the spot. And there was a flag down, no indication of what it was. I think it was actually too much contact on the stop there. So that flag that actually went down was not one of the flags around the waist. It was actually a penalty flag. So they'll.
Michaela Mora, Inez Carvajal, Zariah Abril, and Jade Jet. Jade Jet famous for the Mustangs' first in-game interception last week against Washington.
And now I believe they're picking up the flag. And they are going to move it back to the original spot. So whatever the flag was for, they decided to negate it. So now it's going to be third down. Now the yard marker is currently placed at the 40, but they started at the 50-yard line. I don't know if that just automatically puts it at the, nope, it's an automatic first down. So it'll be an automatic first down.
Automatic first down for the Eagles.
And now the official is directing the, okay, now we got it. So the first down marker is going to be set, I believe, or they're just going to have a goal-to-go situation. I apologize, folks. So it's just a goal-to-go here, I believe, and that's why they. And now there was another penalty on the field, but so it's going to remain first down and goal. And that was a 10-yard penalty, and now another flag comes in pre-snap. And it's a false start, so that pushes them back 5 more yards. So it was a 10-yard penalty on the previous play, now 5 more, and it's still a first down and goal. Rough goings here for South Hunterdon in their first offensive possession. The first possession for Manville ended with a turnover on downs. They need to get to the 20-yard line for a touchdown, and so it's first down and goal from 28 yards away from where they need to be. And the flag was there, pulled by number 15 for the Mustangs, Ashley Martinez Castillo. Brings up second down and very long to go on this goal to go after the multiple penalties committed by South Hunterdon. No doubt 4-down territory again as they're in plus territory. And it's going to be a throw here over the middle, and that pass is almost caught. Dropped there by Maggie Woodside, and Katie Fleming's first pass attempt of the game goes awry. And that's going to bring up third down and 22 yards away on this goal to go. There's now number 17, unfortunately, we do not have a name for number 17 on this roster. We will certainly get that information at the halftime break. The snap here, back to Fleming, and she is going to be sacked on the play way in the backfield. Doing the job there was Ashley Martinez Castillo, the defensive back, the freshman coming in, and she led the team in tackles last game. And in that game, Watchung Hill started to direct the ball away from her intentionally as the game went on, and you could see why right here. Going right through the block of Aaron O'Rourke, pulling the flag, and that brings up fourth down and longer than what they had before. It's going to be fourth down and, let's do the quick math here, 26. 3 wide receivers set at the top of the screen here for South Hunterdon. Fleming is still in at quarterback. They'll switch out once in a while, but they've stayed with her the remainder of this for the start of this game. Could be 2 straight turnovers on downs, and nope, they are going to punt it away. Now, And it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So this is going to be brought out to the 20-yard line, which in this case is the 40-yard line. Pay attention, kids. There's going to be a short exam next period.
About 30 yards left. Nice deep by Fleming. Mustangs offense will take the field.
It's very, I will say, yeah, the PA announcer just asked if he's bothering us. He's not bothering us at all. It's just very tinny in here.
It's extremely hard for me to think or do anything with other sound.
Now, are we bothering you? That's my question.
You sound great. I am
Thank you.
hardly functioning.
I love how you say that directly into the microphone over the PA. Oh, we're having fun here. All right, so it's going to be 1st down and 20 after the second straight turnover on downs, one for each team. And it's going to be a snap to Froston, and coming across there was, I believe that's going to be that's Dashley Corella. That's her first carry of the season. The freshman did a pretty good job there, and she ends up getting about 5 yards on the play before her flag was pulled. Froston remains in at quarterback, one of the two that the Mustangs have on their squad. The deep back is Addie Carvajal. Split wide receiver set here. And the snap goes awry there from Maria Raquelme Coronel, and it's going to be a loss of 2 yards. 3rd down and 17 for the Mustangs. Running clock here, and we have come up on almost the halfway point here of the first half. 12:48 and counting left to go. Still no score. In motion there went Corella. It's going to be an option toss. This is Carvajal trying to take it down the far side, and she gets past the 50-yard line, but not before she ran out of bounds. We'll see where they end up spotting it. It'll be 4th down. And see where the referee will put this. Looks like it's going to be about 4th down and 9, which it is. See what they'll elect to do here, if they're going to punt or not. Looks like with this deep drop, they are going to punt. And punting it away here is going to be Adriana Gorbatuk. And it is a dead ball when the ball is caught, so no returns here. So where number 17 for South Hunterdon touched the ball was about the 30-yard line, and that is where they're looks like where they're going to spot the ball.
All right, so no blood from either offense in the first quarter and first half here. We're down to 11 minutes.
And they ended up spotting it at what looks to be the 33.
From the play. We'll see what defensive scheme Coach Walensky has dialed up here.
Now we're going by, it's not the 33-yard line in regards to the field here, but we're saying for the sake of argument the 33 because that's what it is indicated by on the field. Number 17 for South Hunterdon taking it out to the far side. Look at this run by number 17 past midfield. Finally the flag being pulled there by Zariah Abril. Or by Abril Zariah, sorry.
Zariah Abril with the stop near the 50.
I got that mixed up. I apologize. It is Zariah Abril.
All right, big gain by 17. Running up the right side. Be like a 2nd and 5, 2nd and 7.
So the first down marker remains at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 12.
It'll bring up 2nd down and 12. So it's not 20 yards from where the ball was spotted on the start of a drive. It's where the next 40-yard line is. And trying to go up the field here was Katie Fleming on the quarterback keeper, but pulling the flag there was Ashley Martinez Castillo. She got past midfield, so going to end up being 2nd down.
Feeling a little bit out of balance today. There's no way that we can battle Katie Fleming without Manville's own Sadie Fleming. Well, Sadie Fleming doesn't play flag football.
All spotted at the 48.
Fleming back to snap.
Fleming is going to give it on a sweep here to Maggie Woodside, the freshman, spinning away from tacklers, and she has her flag pulled a few yards short of the first down there by Adriana Gorbatuk.
Little spin from Maggie Woodside. Game. Mustang's holding strong.
So that brings up third down, and this is the shortest down and to go situation we've had so far in this game. 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6.
Trying to put the first points on the board here, coming up on 9 minutes to go here in the first half, 2 24-minute halves. So this one's going to be a quick one, folks. So if you wanted to get a game in and say you watched the sports game today, this is a good one to watch. Over the middle, that pass from Fleming is going to be caught by number 23, Vienna Spagnola. She was the center, and it's going to be a first down at the 35-yard line, and this is going to create a goal-to-go situation for South Hunterdon. And hopefully for them, the penalties will not come now, and they'll be able to get some points on the board, because we like to watch points. We like to see points here on Big State Sports. Again, we'd like to thank the Janet Fund for sponsoring this game here today, as well as Iron Peak, as we are in the Iron Peak broadcast booth. Iron Peak Sports and Events offers 4 indoor hard courts, batting cages, a massive turf dome, rock climbing walls, and an arcade. There's something for everyone at Iron Peak. Elevate your game at Iron Peak Sports and Events, located in Hillsborough, New Jersey. And on that first down and goal play was a run by number 17, but there was a flag that came down after the play. We'll see what it's going to be for. It is on South Hunterdon, so they cannot avoid the... Or is it going to be on... Was it on Manville? I saw one hand go one way and one hand go the other way. Perhaps they're offsetting penalties. So it's going to be a foul on Manville, so that'll move them closer to the goal line. So now it'll be 2nd down and goal on the 11.
11 yards to go for South.
Even though it's the 31 as you see it now, I'm just as confused as you are. Even though I've been primed on the rules, the math in your head is no less complicated. On the sweep, it's going to be number 17. Both flags pulled, actually 5 yards short of the touchdown by 2 different Mustangs. So that brings up 3rd down and 5. Jada Jett was one of the folks that came in there as well. She actually was the first one to pull, so hers counted. So it'll be 3rd down and goal at what is essentially the 6-yard line as we come up on 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Very low-scoring affair here. Keep in mind, the game that Manville played in their first game of the year against Watchung Hills was a 27-0 victory, which for Watchung Hills, which, I mean, to score that many points in 48 minutes of running clock time is impressive. Fleming looked like she was going to throw. Instead, she's going to try and take it herself, and getting the flag pulled there by Ashley Martinez Castillo. So that brings up 4th down. She did not gain much, if any, on that play there. And now brings up 4th down, and of course they're going to go for it here and not punt it as they did before. Last 4th down and goal they had was well beyond on the football field what is the 50-yard line, so that was almost 30 yards to go. Now they have just 6, and with the way they've been moving the ball on this drive quite efficiently, it looks like they have a good chance to get it in the end zone. We'll see what happens here as they come out of the huddle. We thank you very much for joining us here this evening here on Big State Sports. Ryan Sudol here in the Iron Peak Sports and Events broadcast booth at Ned Panfile Stadium at Manville High School. The Manville Mustangs looking to pick up their first win as a program. South Hunterdon, their first win of the season, and they're a few yards away from picking up their first points of the game, and picking up the flag there out of the waist of Katie Fleming was Zariah Brill, and that is a turnover on downs. We remain scoreless as we come up on 5.5 minutes to go in the first half here of this girls flag football matchup live on Big State Sports. The one common thing that both these teams have is the fact that there's a lot of freshmen on both of these teams, and when it came to his youth, Coach Zielinski said that, you know, that there's a lot of kids who invested all their time in other spring sports for years, and they don't like the idea of getting up for 6 a.m. practices. Yes, they practice at 6 a.m., and even though he still has his athletes, and being young means that they can build a program from here. And on the first play of this drive for Manville, it's Adriana Gorbachuk taking it, and it's going to be a few-yard gain there. She had the flag pulled at about the 30-yard line, and like that celebration there from Fallon Gerds, who was one of the many, many freshmen that South Hunterdon has as well. Quite the athlete, plays basketball in the winter. First down marker spotted at what is the 39-yard line on the football field. Froston going to hand it off, trying to go on the sweep there was Georgina Arias Ordonez, but a loss on the play after her flag was picked by Julia Stoff in her 3rd year on the team. High fives all around to Stoff, and now it's 3rd down and long. Four minutes remaining here in this first half. Kelme Cornell is going to snap this one back to Froston. A bit of a high snap. She's going to look to throw, looking deep down the field, and this pass is tipped up and almost caught on the other end. Believe that was Gorbatuk that almost reeled that one in, but to no avail. And that brings up 4th down and 12, and judging by how they went last drive, looks like they will be punting this one away. Unless they want to play risky and try to get some points on the board. Nope, they are going to be punting it away. And it will be Gorbatuk punting it away. And oh boy, it is not the best punt in the world. It's going to land at the 39-yard line. So this is going to be an automatic goal-to-go situation for South Hunterdon as they pick up the ball after this punt from Gorbatuk. Now, it is very hard to punt any football out there, regardless of what level you're at, with the conditions of the earlier on in the day. So it will be a goal to go here as it starts from the 40, which is the 20. As the end zone on this side of the field starts at the 20-yard line. Now on the other side of the field, the end zone is at the goal line. So it should be much easier to do the mental math once a team starts going that way. Fleming's going to throw here on 1st down. The pass is going to be, oh man, Maggie Woodside had it right in her hands but couldn't make a football move, and it's an incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the effective 20-yard line coming up. Coach Toby Jeffries eager to see his team get some points on the board here to start the game. He's actually the football coach for the fall football team here as well, and his family has a bunch of legacy at South Hunterdon. And 2-minute warning, so no stoppage in play here. It's just a 2-minute warning, just to let them know there's 2 minutes left. And here's number 17 on another jet sweep. She's still going, and the flag was pulled at the about 3 or 4 yard line there by Georgina Arias Ordonez. Nice run here by number 17, and 5 yards short there. So it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 5. And don't worry, we will have number 17's name when we come out of the halftime break, and I'll bring that information up so the folks here and the folks at home can give proper props to number 17 for South Hunterdon, who's had a few big runs here, including that one that gets them 5 yards short of the touchdown and what would be the first points of this game. Coming up on a minute to go, and under that minute, it's going to be regular timing rules. We'll see if they will need it, and it's Maggie Woodside again with the ball going through her hands. So it's going to be 4th down and goal from the 5 yard line, and the clock will stop at 54 seconds off of the incompletion.
I'll tell you what, this Fleming has a gun. All these passes are right on target.
And a good point there by might as well call him the color commentator at this point, the PA announcer here, telling how Fleming has been putting these passes on the money. It's just the receivers, and perhaps it is the elements coming into play here, not really being that much able to bring it in. Also, no one's wearing gloves out there, and Coach Zielinski at least say that he's doing the Lombardi method, no gloves, just to show how tough you are. And and now it's going to be 4th down. Katie Fleming's going to take it. We'll see if it's going to be ruled a touchdown, and it is. Katie Fleming scores the first points of the game for either team, and it is 6-0 South Hunterdon to start this one with 48 seconds to go in the first half. Let's see it again. First points of the year for the Eagles, and Katie Fleming got her flag pulled just as she crossed the goal line. So now here come the conversion. It's worth 1 point from the 3-yard line, 2 from the 10, 3 from the 20. And they're going to take it from the 3-yard line, doing the conservative approach. Trying to make it 7-0. And it's going to be 17, trying to get the edge, and no. Flag pulled there by Georgina Arias Ordonez before she could get in. So it's going to be 48 seconds to go here in the first half, and with the regular timing rules, that gives Manville a chance to do something, but they haven't been able to get the ball past the midway point of the field yet. So we'll see if that will change here in this last 48 seconds of time in the first half of play. This game started at 6 o'clock. It's almost 6:30, and we're all halfway through the game. That is a bizarre reality, especially for high school sports, and this will become an official high school sport in what is anticipated to be 2 years' time. So we'll see if the timing rules and other rules and regulations will change once the State Athletic Commission gets a hold of it. So it'll be 1st down and 20 from their own 20. You got to get to the opposite 40-yard line on the football field to get a 1st down. In motion goes Gorbatuk. Froston, option toss, and it's going to be number 9, her first carry of the game. That's Valentina Castro-Paraguez. She impressed in the JV game against Watchung Hills they had before their game, the varsity game last week, and this is her first varsity time of the year. She ends up getting maybe a yard on the play, and as the clock continues to tick down, we'll see if they'll dial up another play or two. In motion there goes Dashley Corella, trying to get the edge. She's still going, and she stepped out of bounds after a gain of maybe 5 yards, so the clock stops at 12 seconds. It'll be 3rd down and 15. So an absolute max of 3 plays here left for Manville to come up with, barring a defensive penalty. Raquel May Coronel getting ready to snap it. Split wide receiver set here for the Mustangs. Froston looking to throw over the middle of the field. That pass is intercepted. Katie Fleming, and she's still going. Will she take it back for a pick 6? Yes, she will. To end the first half. But they're going to say that her flag was pulled before she went into the end zone. We'll see this again. So she intercepted it at the opposite 45-yard line, rumbling, stumbling, and bumbling, and nice job there at the end of the play by Valentina Castro-Paraguez to strip the flag from her waist. So it was not a pick 6, so it is going to be 6-0 at the end of the first half of play. And we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the second half action right here on Big State Sports after this break. 6-0 South Hunterdon at the break.
Morristown is your go-to for reliable and affordable vehicles. We offer a wide range of options to match your style and needs. First-time buyers, discover the joy of buying with confidence with our 5-day money-back guarantee. Your journey begins here at Open Road Mazda Morristown.
Mike Rossi of Weichert Realty has extensive knowledge of the North Jersey real estate market and guides you through the different steps and directions along the way. Reach out to him for a free consultation at myrossiteam.com.
As your realtor, Rebecca Meyer of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Fox & Roach brings value and education to every step of the process. With a proven track record in relationship building and negotiation, Rebecca is committed to helping you make informed and successful real estate decisions. Call Rebecca today at 845-661-5922 and achieve your real estate goals together.
Iron Peak Sports and Events offers 4 indoor hard courts, batting cages, a massive turf dome, rock climbing walls, and an arcade. Birthdays, corporate events, special events, and team building. We also offer adult leagues, youth clinics, lessons, and tournaments. At Iron Peak, there's something for everyone. Located at 137 Mountain View Road in Hillsborough, New Jersey. To book or for more information, please contact us at 908-758-2739 or visit ironpeakse.com.
David A. Santini, CPA LLC, providing financial peace of mind. Let us take the stress out of taxes for you too. peace, love, and taxes.
George J. Keller and Sons want your house to be the kind of home for all to see. Best roofing, windows, siding too. Great decks and gutters, we're here for you. Our seasoned pros are unsurpassed, so give a call, we'll take your task. Transform your home, that's what we do. So give a call, we're here for you. For roofing, siding, windows and decks, we do it all for you. George J. Keller and Sons.
Your family-owned operation since 1980. Call for your free estimate.
Pick Your Cards is located on Route 46 in Ledgewood. Our huge inventory can be shopped online at pickyourcards.com, where you can use the code Big State Sports for an extra discount.
At Planet Networks, our high-speed fiber is designed to be fast. Up to 300 times faster than cable, and up to 500 times faster than DSL. As fast as 10,000 megabits per second up and down. If you speak nerd, we're talking cheetah, bullet train, lightning strike, hummingbird, race car kind of fast. Planet Networks. So fast, it's worth the wait.
Welcome back to the Iron Peak broadcast booth here at Manville High School for this girls flag football action in the Big Central Conference. About 3 minutes remaining until we start the second half of play here. South Hunterdon with a 6-0 lead over Manville. Now we have an update, folks, on the identity of number 17 for South Hunterdon, who had a few big runs in that first half. It is Lucy Spreen. Normally she is number 10. Today she is number 17 due to circumstances I have been asked not to mention on the broadcast. So we'll make sure we give proper props to her as the game goes on. And she did, again, like we said, had some big runs there. But the star of that first half for South Hunterdon was Katie Fleming. Had the rushing touchdown that put them up 6-0. And then at the very end of the half, as the double zeros went on the board, she picked off a pass from Manville quarterback Kaylin Froston that looked like a pick six initially. But right before she entered the end zone, her flag was pulled by Georgina Arias, or actually it was Valentina Castro-Paraguez, who made a few great defensive plays on that drive, on the last defensive drive that Manville had before the half ran out. She also had a couple runs for the Mustangs on their final offensive drive. Very quick halves here after 24 minutes of play, I'll tell you that. And the reason I'm a little bit out of breath is because I had to run across the field to you may have seen it on our air, to make sure I get the identity of who I now know to be Lucy Spreen. Okay, so hopefully this second half isn't as exciting, so I can keep my breath. And we'll switch ends here. So South Hunterdon is going. Actually, we're going to keep. We're actually going to keep the same ends here. So they will be starting from their own 20-yard line, which is the official 20-yard line here, as the end zone on the opposite side of the field starts at the goal line, and on the other side it starts at the 20-yard line. And like we said at the top, athletic director for Manville wanted it to be that way because he wanted at least one team in the game to have the opportunity to go into the end zone. And that team today will be Manville if they can get down there. But the defense for South Hunterdon has been stingy, to say the very least, to this point in the game. And Katie Fleming is a big part of that, and she's in at quarterback. Here's Spreen on a sweep. She's been doing great at these as she spins away from tacklers. Wow. What a job there, as she's going to get 9 yards on that play. Sorry for the delay, folks. Some technical difficulties here on our end. And after the muff snap, it's going to be 3rd down and long for South Hunterdon. They need to get to the 40-yard line for a 1st down. And they're back at the 20. So 3rd down and 20 here for Katie Fleming, the Moravian basketball commit. He's going to look to throw, good protection, bobbles it initially, throws it across her body, and it's going to be caught here by Maggie Woodside. And pulling the flag there was, that's going to be Carvajal in there. And it was a 5-yard gain on the play, so 4th down and 15, and looking like they're going to elect to punt it. Yes, they will, as Coach Toby Jeffries yelling punt, punt, punt across the field. But you never know, there could be a fake in play here. So we'll see how it ends up, and if this punt can be better than the one that Manville had at the end of that 1st half. Their first punt that they had in the game went through the back of the end zone, so they're going to have some room to play with here, as Fleming is going to have a nice punt away here, and it's going to be touched down at about what is going to be the 50-yard line. So that's going to be a 1st down for Manville from there. Gorbatuk couldn't handle it in. Now, it is a dead ball from the spot of where they catch it, so no returns. But they want to make sure that they get a hold of the ball before it bounces and bounces and bounces and gives them even more yards to have to pick up. So it's going to be 1st down here at the 48-yard line. And by default, the 1st down marker spotted at the 40-yard line. So it's going to be 1st down and 8, technically. As Kaylin Froston is back there. He's been quarterback all game here, as he's going to look to throw here. Rolling out to her right, tried to dump it off. She does to Addie Carvajal. Probably the most positive offensive play so far for Manville in the game, as she picks up the 1st down up to about the 35-yard line. Nice job there by Addie Carvajal, the junior. Just caught the tail end of that play there.
Nice pass and catch. Carvajal, 13-yard gain on the play. Let's see if the Mustangs can keep revving those engines. Froston, back to center.
Froston back under center, a bit of a high snap there. She's going to try to run it herself, and at the last minute, she dumps it off, and Carvajal almost reeled it in and could not hold on to it.
More subs in for Carvajal. 2nd and 20. From the Eagles.
And it's going to be 2nd down here. You got to get to the 20 now to pick up the 1st down, so it's going to be 2nd down and about 15 or 16. Another design roll, and that pass from Froston just too far ahead of Michaela Mora. First target for her during the game today. Now it's 3rd down. And what'll be 16. Coming up on 19 and counting left to go here in this one.
Coach Linsky putting some air into the ball. That's pretty got it. He's got to go on 4th down. All right, Froston.
And it's going to be Froston again under center. Low snap, dead ball, and that's going to bring up 4th down and longer. So right back to where it would have been before, as it's going to be 4th down, and 19. Actually, it would have been 4th down and 20, but they put it a yard ahead of the 40.
Mustangs are going for it.
And they will be going for it here. How about this call from Coach Zielinski? Snap. Froston looking to run it herself, and her flag was pulled there by Julia Stoff. Turnover on downs, and South Hunterdon are going to look to extend their lead past the 6-0 point as we come up on. We just passed 18.5 minutes remaining in the 2nd half.
Size away from the Manville offense there.
That was probably the best offensive drive. Actually, was just straight up the best offensive drive for Manville so far. Closest they've gotten to the goal line. And now South Hunterdon looking to take a little more wind out of the sails of of Manville, as they'll have first down and 10 from the 40-yard line, from their own 40-yard line. They got to get to the opposite 40 for a first down. First down and 20 here for Katie Fleming as she lines up in the gun. Another sweep. Man, this play's been working for them all day today as Lucy Spreen is going to keep on going and going. Looks like she got past midfield. We'll see if the flag was pulled before then or if she stepped out of bounds before then. And it looks like, yeah, she did get to midfield plus a yard. So that brings up second down and 9. 11-yard gain on the run there for Spreen. Her and Fleming have been just the two stars for South Hunterdon in this game. Of course, Fleming with the rushing touchdown and the pick at the end of the first half, and Spreen just getting chunk run after chunk run off of the sweep play that's just been working wonders for the Eagles so far this evening. Score remains 6-0 as there are 17 minutes left to go here, and no overtime, so this game will end in a tie if it gets to that point, folks. Fleming designed quarterback run, and before she could get much further than just beyond the line of scrimmage, Zariah Abril grabs the flag. So that's going to bring up third down, and actually she lost 2 yards on the play, so it's third down and 11. As there is a dispute on sharing sandwiches with the statistician and the PA announcer here. High drama here on the field and in the press box. And Fleming is now going to look to throw here on third down and 11. Short pass. It's going to be Maggie Woodside, and again, she's been having trouble all game with that. As she drops yet another pass, it brings up fourth down and 11. And with the lead, we'll see how they handle this. If they want to try and pin Manville back towards their own goal line or end up going for it and try to go for the jugular with now 16 and counting left to go here in the half. And they will be punting it away here. So they're going to look to pin Manville back as Fleming's going to punt this one away. See how this one goes, and it's hovering at around the 30-yard line where it was touched there. That was Gorbatuk there, along with Michaela Mora, and Gorbatuk was the one that touched it. So it's going to be spotted at around the 30-yard line. So they will have a little under 10 yards to go to pick up this first down to start off this drive. A drive that, with the running clock, that's another thing here. 15 minutes is not a lot with a running clock, so this is likely a must-score drive here for the Mustangs. Trying to bounce off the momentum they got from that drive, even though it stalled out. They got about 30 yards away from the end zone. Froston, under heavy pressure, gets it away just in time, just too far ahead of Carvajal, and she was feeling the heat there on the outside by Imani Hodges, the freshman. Brings up second down and 8. Froston going to look to throw, had a clean pocket over the head, and guess who picking it off for the second time? It's Katie Fleming. Had her flag pulled just before the 30-yard line by number 23, Maria Raquelme Coronel, but it's going to be a goal to go for South Hunterdon as Fleming picks up her second interception of the game here. Too high there for, I believe that was Dashley Corella to get. And it ends up in the 6'1" Moravian commit 1,500-point score for basketball, Katie Fleming, who's having one heck of a game. And, folks, I wouldn't be surprised if the result holds if she is not our Iron Peak Sports and Events Player of the Game. By the way, Iron Peak Sports and Events, proud sponsor of this game here, as is for the Iron Peaks broadcast booth. Iron Peak Sports and Events offers 4 indoor hard courts, batting cages, a massive turf dome, rock climbing walls, and an arcade. There's something for everyone. And speaking of everyone, they're spreading it to everyone as it's going to be Lucy Spreen just before the goal line. Actually, they're going to say she got in for the touchdown. It is 12-0 South Hunterdon on a pass from Fleming to Lucy Spreen as she gritties on the field. That might have been questionable, but nothing questionable about this decision to dump it off here. Saw some space down the side, and they're going to say that the flag was not pulled before she got the ball across the line. So it's 12-0 now with under 13 minutes to go here in the second half. As I was saying about Iron Peak Sports and Events, they offer 4 indoor hard courts, batting cages, a massive turf dome, rock climbing walls, and an arcade. There's something for everyone at Iron Peak Sports and Events, located in Hillsborough, New Jersey. And lining up here for the 1-point conversion from the 3-yard line are the Eagles. Fleming looking to throw under pressure, dumps it off. This is going to be Erin O'Rourke trying to get in. Did she? No, she did not. Got it pulled away at about the 1-yard line. I believe that was, couldn't tell who it was over there. But either way, now a 2-possession game with 12 minutes to go. So it's 12-0 with 12 minutes to go here left in the game. And the Mustangs, as if the last drive was not a must score, this one certainly is. And you see in the top right corner of your screen the Janet Fund, proud sponsors of this game here today. The Janet Fund is committed to raising awareness of sudden cardiac arrest in youth and to do random acts of kindness for those in need. The Janet Fund passed Janet's Law in 2012, which requires AEDs in all New Jersey schools. Since that time, 30 lives have been saved across the state. To learn more about the Janet Fund and their mission, visit thejanetfund.com. And also, Open Road Mazda of Morristown. First-time car buyers, listen up. Open Road Mazda of Morristown has your back. Discover affordable, dependable vehicles for less than $15,000 backed by a rock-solid 5-day money-back guarantee. Drive with confidence. Drive with Open Road Mazda of Morristown. Check our link below for more details. And the Mustangs are going to have to drive with confidence here if they want to get back into this game. They need to score here to make it a 1-possession game and stay in it. That option toss there on the opposite side there to... That was Addie Carvajal from Kaylin Froston. Goes for a good gain of yards there. We'll see where they end up spotting it. And it was a gain of about 7. So after the 7-yard gain, that brings up 2nd down and 13. In motion there was Corella, and she could not handle the exchange. And it will end up landing at the 45-yard line, so that brings up 3rd down and 15. That's going to spot it at about the 45.5. So I think that still makes it technically 3rd down and 15. See if they elect to throw the ball here. The tossing attempts have been minimal in this game here for Froston. She's got a bit of a clean pocket. Now it's going to be a run that time, and she passed midfield, had her flag pulled by Maggie Woodside, but again, great pressure coming from Imani Hodges. And it's going to bring up 4th down, and is it going to be 10? It will be 10. So 4th down and 10, a must convert here. Of course, they're going to go for it, down 12 with under 10 minutes to go. Froston looking to throw. No, she sees enough room to run. Will she get the 1st down? No, she did not. Just a couple yards short, and it's a turnover on downs. And on the pull there was Ruth Martinez, the freshman for South Hunterdon, just 2 yards short of the line to gain. And that brings up 1st down and 1st down from what is the 43-yard line. They got to get to the opposite 40, so that means it's 1st down and 17. What a game for Katie Fleming, doing it all. Ran for 1, threw for 1, has 2 interceptions on the day. And what seems to be a beeline for the Iron Peak Sports Player of the Game. But another one in contention for that is Lucy Spreen, who again on that sweep picks up good chunk yardage up near midfield. And a flag's going to come in late, and South Hunterdon was calling for it. We'll see what it's for. And it will be on Manville, so we'll see where they end up. Those 5 yards at the end of the play added on for the foul on the push. So now instead of second down and 10. It's going to be second down and 5. You know, the one thing I like about this is because it's more of a club sport, a de facto club sport, when a call happens on the other side, not a lot of dissension in the crowd from the parents here. It's a wonderful change of pace as Maggie Woodside took the handoff there, and it was a couple yards short of the first down. Brings up fourth down and short for the Eagles. And no, they're actually going to give him the first down. Wow. It looked like a very generous spot there, as this is going to turn into a goal to go. So first down and goal from the 40, which is the effective 20-yard line.
4 plays to get in the end zone. 20 yards to go. 7 minutes.
Coming up on 7 minutes to go here, and this game will be a formality if they put any sort of points on the board here. Fleming, design run, trying to weave her way through tacklers, and pulling that flag out was Zariah Abril. Gain of 2 or 3 there for Fleming. Brings up second down and goal from what is going to end up being, I think, about maybe the 36 or 37-yard line, and a couple players tying their shoes here as they spot the ball just between the 37 and 38-yard lines.
All right, here we go.
Fleming under pressure, but they pick up the blitz. Flag comes in, and it's Lucy Spreen on a crossing route. Had her flag pulled there by, I believe that was Arias Ordonez, but we'll see what the flag is for. And it's going to be that's going to be a penalty there on South Hunterdon. So one of the and they had worked out the penalty issues they had from the beginning of the game, which resulted in a fourth down and goal happening from the what ended up being the 50-yard line. So this is the first penalty, I believe, that's gone against them since that point.
That means they're 27 yards from the goal line.
So after that penalty, it's going to be third down and 27 from the 47. It's another give to Spreen. Can she get some chunk yardage? No, she cannot. In fact, she loses some. Jada Jet Muman with a tackle for a loss. So now it's fourth down and forever. See this play here from Jet.
If you don't catch Spreen early, you don't catch
Jet living up to her name, jetting to the flag, lightning speed, and picking it up. And they will be punting this one away. Under 5 minutes to go here, and looks like South Hunterdon is going to be on their way to their first win of the year, first win in what will be 2 seasons for the Eagles, as they went 0-5 last year. And if the result holds, they'll look to go 2-0 in a few short weeks. And Mora tried to field it there, and she ends up getting it at about the 6-yard line. So it'll be first down from there, and they'll have to get to what is the 40 on the football field, which is the 20-yard line in this game. So it'll be first down and 15.
4 minutes left in the game, and the Manville faithful still believes. Crowd still full.
Froston remains in at quarterback here, as you can probably imagine they're going to try some gadgets here, try to get down the field quickly. Off her back foot, that passes. Oh, man, it had 2 players come into contact with it. Maggie Woodside for South Hunterdon and the intended target, who was Addie Carvajal. They cancel each other out. Brings up second down and 15.
That was a violent play.
That was probably, yeah, I agree, Mr. PA announcer. That was quite a violent play.
All right, we got 2nd and 20.
Can you believe it, folks? It's 6:54. Game started at 6, and we're just about, I'd say, 5 minutes of real time away from this game being over. And how about this? Nice throw, good positive play there from Froston as she gets it to Carvajal. A gain of about 5 on the play. That brings up third down and 5. Actually, about a 10-yard gain on the play. My apologies. Looking to pick up a first down as we head under 3 minutes to go. Again, it's such a strange reality that this is a high school game at a high school stadium. Not an official state sport yet, but still, it's going to be over within what's going to end up being an hour. And it's going to be an option toss here from Froston to Michaela Mora, and that was Fleming pulling the flag after minimal gain. She tried to get the referee's attention, like, hello, I have the flag. And it ended up being a gain of 4, so it's going to be 4th down and 1 with under 2.5 minutes to go. And Manville playing for some pride points here, and hey, who knows, maybe they'll draw up a Hail Mary and get some late points. Anything can happen. And it'll all depend on the. Now they're going to punt this one away, are they? And a timeout is going to be called by Coach Zielinski, as I think there might have been confusion with what they were going to do with that 4th down. Lining up for a punt on a 4th down and 1 would have gone against what they've been doing strategy-wise all game. And I believe that's what he's trying to sort out right now. And folks, we thank you very much for joining us here this evening from Manville High School, South Hunterdon and Manville, and Big Central Conference flag football action here from the Iron Peak broadcast booth. Iron Peak Sports and Events offers 4 indoor hard courts, batting cages, a massive turf dome, rock climbing walls, and an arcade. There's something for everyone at Iron Peak Sports and Events, located in Hillsborough, New Jersey. And we'd also like to thank the Janet Fund for sponsoring this game, committed to raising awareness of sudden cardiac arrest in youth and to do random acts of kindness for those in need. The Janet Fund passed Janet's Law in 2012, which requires AEDs in all New Jersey schools. Since that time, 30 lives have been saved statewide, and that's pretty great. As Kaylin Froston is going to pick up the first down on the 4th down attempt, and Leslie Caballero in there on the stop. No, she was in. There was in. She was. Caballero was. That was like 26 versus 25. So Gretel Hernandez, her first play of the game, her first big play of the game, of course, there with that tackle, and it'll be a first down for Manville with 1:30 to go. Coming up on official football timing in the final minute, where clock will stop for scores, penalties, incomplete passes, and so on. And a quick little sweep. Oh, nice run on the far side here by Adriana Gorbatuk. And it brings up 2nd down and relatively short.
Nice game from Adriana Gorbatuk.
However,
1 minute left.
I believe there was a. I don't know if there was a penalty or if her flag was just pulled early. Either way, the clock stops at a minute before they begin official timing. Michaela Mora gets the pass here, and how about this run down the near sideline for Michaela Mora? Makes a cut. She might go all the way. Michaela Mora with a touchdown! With 49 seconds to go in the game, Manville, their first points of the year, their first points as a program, as they mob Michaela Mora in the end zone. Froston finding Mora in the flat, and what a cut, about 20 yards short of the end zone as she goes all the way. What a moment for this team and this program with their first points on the board of the year and in their history. And what a time to do it when they really, really needed it. And I don't know how much this is going to affect the outcome of the game, but you love to see that. You absolutely love to see that. Their first points at their home stadium, when their back seemed against the wall for not getting any points, period, they pick them up. And now they're going to go for a conversion from the 5-yard line. I'm sorry, from the 3-yard line. This is going to be worth 1 point if they get it. Froston going to dump it off, and incomplete. Intended, I'm sorry, that was at the 5-yard line, but either way, it was intended for Michaela Mora, and she could not replicate the success of her previous touch of the ball, which was just an incredibly thrilling play that was.
So it's 12-6.
Ended up being a 50-yard touchdown for Manville, as there are 49 seconds to go here in the game, as it is a 12-6 score. Now, this is where the luxury of timeouts would benefit Manville. But even if they had all of them, they would still have only 2, so they can't really call timeout after first down, second down, third down, and no doubt they're going to continue to run the ball and try to keep it within the numbers, as it's Lucy Spreen. Oh, look at her keeping on running and finally getting it pulled away there by Jada Jett. Clock is going to run. It's down to 35 seconds. And they're going to probably run one more play, and then we'll be done with here. South Hunterdon's going to get out of here with a win, but if Manville wasn't going to win that game, that run and touchdown by Michaela Moore is going to end up being the play of the game, and a fantastic way to close it out for Manville. But Katie Fleming, who just handed the ball off to, I was getting her first carry of the game, was Fallon Gerds, the freshman. Fleming is the player of the game, our Iron Peak Sports and Events player of the game, for her rushing touchdown, her passing touchdown, and her 2 interceptions as she jumps up and down in celebration along with the rest of her team. They're doing Ring Around the Rosie. Everyone's going crazy, but Manville celebrating as well with the way that they ended the game with that long touchdown by Michaela Mora. Good vibes all around, but at the end of the game, South Hunterdon ends up taking home the win, their first win in 2 seasons, 12-6 over Manville. Manville goes to 0-2 on the season, and their next game will be on the 17th at Scotch Plains Fanwood. And for South Hunterdon, their next game will be in 2 weeks against Watchung Hills at home on the 22nd of April. Well, folks, we thank you very much for joining us here this evening from Manville High School and the Iron Peak Sports and Events broadcast booth. For the Scott brothers, I'm Ryan Sudol saying good night. Have a fantastic rest of your day and week. Time break. The snap here, back to Fleming, and she is going to be sacked on the play way in the back. As indicated by on the field, number 17 for South Hunterdon, taking it out to the far side. Look at this run by number 17 past midfield. Finally, the flag being pulled there by so this one's going to be a quick one, folks. So if you wanted to get a game in and say you watched the sports game today, this is a good one to watch. Over the middle, that pass from Fleming is going to be caught by number 23, Vienna Spagnola. She was the center, and it's going to pick up their first win as a program. South Hunterdon, their first win of the season, and they're a few yards away from picking up their first points of the game and picking up the flag there out of the waist of Katie Froston going to hand it off, trying to go on the sweep there was Georgina Arias Ordonez. And it will be Gorbachuk punting it away. And oh boy, it is not the best punt in the world. It's going to land at the 39-yard line. So it's just a 2-minute warning, just to let them know there's 2 minutes left. And here's number 17 on another jet sweep. She's still going, and the flag was pulled at the about you are. And now it's going to be 4th down. Katie Fleming's going to take it. We'll see if it's going to be ruled a touchdown. And Froston looking to throw over the middle of the field. That pass is intercepted. Sadie for Katie Fleming, and she's still going. Will she take it back for a pick 6? It's a big part of that, and she's in a quarterback. Here's Spreen on a sweep. She's been doing great at these as she spins away from tacklers. Wow. What a job there. Eddie Carvajal, probably the most positive offensive play so far for Manville in the game as she picks up the first down up to about the 35-yard line. Done. Another sweep. Man, this play's been working for him all day today as Lucy Spreen is going to keep on going and going. Looks like she got past midfield. Froston going to look to throw. Had a clean pocket over the head, and guess who picking it off for the second time? It's Katie Fleming. Had her flat. Offers 4 indoor hard courts, batting cages, a massive turf dome, rock climbing walls, and an arcade. There's something for everyone. And speaking of everyone, they're spreading it to everyone as it's going to be Lucy Spreen just before the Froston. Looking to throw. No, she sees enough room to run. Will she get the first down? No, she did not. It's another give to Spreen. Can she get some chunk yardage? No, she cannot. In fact, she loses some. Jade, believe it, folks. It's 6:54. Game started at 6, and we're just about, I'd say, 5 minutes of real time away from this game being over. And how about this? Nice throw, good positive play there from Frosted as she gets it to Cumming. Michaela Mora gets the pass here, and how about this run down the near sideline for Michaela Mora? Makes a cut. She might go all the way. Michaela Mora with a touch.